and thanks for joining us. What really happened to Mary Habila? That question has continued to dominate public discussion as new developments emerge in the controversial case surrounding her death at the country home of Nigeria's Minister of Works, David Umahi. Now, the case has taken another dramatic turn after reports that her body was moved from Ebonyi State to the National Hospital in Abuja ahead of a planned forensic autopsy, a development that has intensified public scrutiny and renewed calls for complete transparency. Sahara reporters reported that the body of Mary Habila had been transferred to the National Hospital Abuja as controversy continues over the proposed forensic autopsy and the ongoing police investigation into her death. According to the reports, the latest development followed an exchange of letters between the lawyer representing Minister David Umahi and the family of the deceased regarding whether an autopsy should be conducted and where the investigation should be handled. The decision has generated widespread debate, with many Nigerians demanding an investigation that is transparent, credible, and capable of answering the many questions surrounding the case. According to the reports, the legal exchange began when Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Roy O. Weze, counsel to the Minister David Umahi, wrote to K.I. Yusuf, the lawyer representing Mary Habila's father, requesting confirmation on whether the family would consent to the forensic autopsy. The request formed part of the ongoing discussion aimed at determining the next legal and investigative step in the case, which has attracted national attention since Habila's death at the minister's private residence. In response, Habila's family reportedly agreed to the autopsy, but attached an important condition. Through their lawyer, the family requested that the entire investigation be transferred from Ebonyi State to the Nigerian Police Force headquarters in Abuja. According to the letter addressed to the Inspector General of Police, the transfer was necessary to ensure transparency, fairness, and public confidence in the investigation. The family also stated that the move will help establish the true cause and manner of Mary Habila's death beyond any doubt. The family further requested that proper inspection of Mary Habila's body should take place before it was handed over to an independent pathologist. According to the reports, they also insisted that the investigation should remain under the supervision of the Nigerian Police Force headquarters in Abuja, rather than continuing in Ebonyi State. Their positions reflect growing concern that only an independent process would convince the public that the final findings are credible and free from outside influence. Following those legal exchanges, sources familiar with the matter told Sahara reporters that Mary Habila's body was subsequently moved to the National Hospital in Abuja. One source claimed that the body was transported quietly without public announcements. While authorities have not publicly commented on the manner in which the transfer was carried out, the report relocated has added another layer of public interest to the case that has remained under intense scrutiny since it became public first. Despite the reported agreement on conducting an autopsy, fresh concerns have now emerged regarding the independence of planned forensic examination. According to sources quoted by Sahara reporters, there has been no public disclosure regarding the identities, qualifications, or independence of the pathologists expected to conduct the examination. Those concerns have prompted renewed calls for the authorities to ensure complete openness throughout the forensic process. The report further stated that some sources expressed fears that attempts were being made to assemble a team of pathologists whose finding could undermine public confidence in investigation. These claims have not been independently verified, and no official evidence has been presented to support the allegations. However, the concerns reflect the level of public attention surrounding the case and the importance many Nigerians now place on ensuring that the autopsy is conducted according to the internationally accepted forensic standards. The latest development follows earlier reports that the Nigerian Police Force headquarters in Abuja had taken over the investigation from the Ebonyi State Police Command. According to previous reports, Police authorities directed investigators in Ebonyi State to transfer the case to the Federal Capital Territory, where the forensic autopsy was expected to take place. The reported transfer came after increasing public debate over how the investigation was being handled. Sahara reporters had also previously reported that Minister David Umahi allegedly sought the transfer of both the police investigation and the planned autopsy from Ebonyi State to Abuja, following mounting public attention surrounding the case. According to unnamed sources, the minister was reportedly dissatisfied with how the investigation was progressing after details of the matter began circulating publicly. These claims remain allegations reported by Sahara reporters and have not been determined by any court. According to the reports, other sources also allege that Ebonyi State Governor Francis Wifuru insisted that investigators conduct a thorough investigation to determine whether any foul play occurred or restricted attempts to prematurely conclude the case. These claims have likewise not been independently verified, but they have contributed to continuing public interest in how the investigation is being conducted. Mary Habila died under controversial circumstances at Minister David Umahi's private residence in Uburu, Ohazoro local government area of Ebonyi State. Although the minister had publicly confirmed that she died at his residence, he has consistently denied any wrongdoing. He has also repeatedly stated that he supports a comprehensive forensic autopsy to determine the exact cause of the deaths and has urged members of the public to allow investigators to complete their work before drawing conclusions. The Ebonyi State Police Command had earlier maintained that forensic autopsy was necessary before Mary Habila's body could be released for burial. Acting on legal advice from the Ebonyi State Director of Public Prosecutions, investigators argued that only a scientific post-mortem examination could establish the true cause of her sudden and unexplained death. The Director of Public Prosecution also noted that the available evidence made an autopsy important for determining exactly what happened. The dispute over whether an autopsy should be conducted had earlier led Mary Habila's family to postpone her burial indefinitely after the police declined the release of her body. At one stage, her father, Wisdom Habila, publicly appealed for the release of his daughter's remains, explaining that the family wanted to proceed with burial and was not accusing anyone of causing her death. The family filed legal processes opposing the autopsy before later agreeing to it on the condition that the investigation be transferred to Abuja. As the investigation continues, the circumstances surrounding Mary Habila's death remains the subject of intense public attention. No court has reached any findings regarding the cause of her death, and the allegations surrounding the case remains under active police investigation. Many Nigerians will now be watching closely to see whether the planned forensic examination provides clear answers and whether the investigation is conducted in a manner that inspires confidence in its fairness, independence, and credibility. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment below. If you find this report informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss our latest updates in Nigeria and worldwide. I'm Chimezrim Okoro, and thanks for watching.